everyone, my name is Eva Alnaji and I'm the pastry chef here at Chrusciki Bakery, and today I'm going to take you through our strudel kit. Alright, before we start building our strudel kit, remember to preheat your ovens to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's get started! Alright, first item that I'm going to take you through is our Danish dough. It's going to come as a fully cut slab already, alright? It's going to come frozen and that's how you want it to be, so don't worry. You're also going to have a bag of your filling, whatever filling you prefer. We're going to have also a smaller bag of vanilla dip. And then for your household items, you're going to need something sharp, a knife, preferably. Also, you're going to need a paintbrush, and if not, you can just take a little bit of your plastic wrap, whatever you have on hand, just dip it in some egg wash and then fully cover your strudel and you'll be just fine. Next, you're going to need a pair of scissors just to cut the pastry bags. And then lastly, you're going to need some egg wash. To make this, all you need is 1 egg to about 2 tablespoons of water. You want to just thin the egg out just a little bit. Whisk it in and you should be all set. 1 egg goes a long way. Okay, now we're going to take you through the building process. So all you have to do is take your Danish dough out of your container. I would advise keeping it on the paper. It just keeps things a little bit cleaner and avoids any extra mess. All right, so when you take the Danish dough out, if it's slightly frozen still, that's okay. It will defrost as you're putting the fillings on. It doesn't take long at all, okay? If it's already defrosted and it's a little soft, as you see this is already doing, don't stress, it's okay, it's perfectly fine for braiding, okay? So what we're gonna do now, since I have my pastry sheet all lined up here, this is exactly how you want it. You don't want it sideways, we're gonna keep it straight like this, okay? I'm gonna take my pastry bag, we're gonna just cut the end off. It's okay if it's a little wider at the base. This is our strawberry one, so it's gonna be a little chunky, so I kinda need it a little wider. All right, so now I'm gonna start with my filling. So what I'm gonna do is just start at the top here. I might actually take a little bit more off just because, like I said, this is a very chunky filling. It's got fresh strawberries in it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just kind of keep the same exact format of my Danish dough, only in much smaller dimensions. Fill it in. And some people like a fuller strudel and other people it's like a thinner strudel. Whatever your preference is, you're definitely gonna have enough filling. You can also save some for some toast. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the cutting process. So you're gonna see the dough is getting a little soft. That's completely fine. I'm now gonna take my knife. I'm gonna kind of cut sideways, kind of at a slant, okay? You wanna leave some top space here. Do another cut, probably about 2 inches. And continue doing the same thing all the way down, okay? Now we're gonna go on the other side and do the exact same thing. All right, so if you count, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's gonna make a perfect braid. So do the same exact thing. And another thing I like to do is kind of cut all the way up to the filling. All right, so then when it bakes, your filling is gonna slowly seep through the base of the cracks here. That's gonna look very pretty. So all I'm gonna do now to fold it is, now that the dough is softening up, stretch it a little bit. I tuck my finger in to just kind of use it as a guide, and it keeps my top dough steady. I'm gonna just tack this down here. Do the same exact thing. Kind of like an X. That's the formation you want to keep as you work your way down. Always remember just to tack that dough on there so then as it bakes, it doesn't go anywhere. All right, we're just going to keep braiding here. And see how I leveled it off with my finger in the beginning? It kind of keeps that straight formation all the way down. said, always remember to tack the dough down. It's very sticky, so it'll just tie it up nicely for you without any problems. Okay? All right, so next part, once you have that completely braided, this is a perfectly shaped strudel. You've got filling enough in the top and enough in the bottom. I'm gonna show you two ways. I'm gonna show you half of the strudel with the egg wash using a brush and the other half using my paper here. All right, so all you have to do, once you have your egg wash made up, just kind of mix it around so the water's not the only thing sitting on the top. I'm just gonna take that and kind of just follow the braids. Try not to get into the jam there because then your strudel's gonna be all pink on the outside. All right. But a little bit of saran wrap, it makes a very nice tool. Remember to get the sides so then you don't have a line here on the side. So that's just using a little bit of saran wrap. So next, I'm gonna show you using a brush. All right, once again, I'm just gonna go down the sides to ensure that I have everything covered. And there you go. Okay, so to ensure, once again, no messes, you can actually bake on this paper. If you want to make extra sure that the strudel doesn't stick, go ahead and give it a nice spray, okay? But you can bake it right in the same pan that it came in. So I'm just gonna lift it up by the edges here, put it in, and there you go. It's ready to go in the oven. All right, time to bake. All right, so I advise always putting the strudel in the middle part of the oven. That's where the heat is gonna be the most even. Set your timers for 15 minutes, open it up quickly, check it, rotate your strudel, and then put it in for another 10 minutes. It may need another 5, but once again, ovens vary, so keep a close eye on your strudel. All right, our first 15 minutes is up. I'm gonna shut my timer and we're gonna check our strudel. So we have a nice brown golden color starting on the one side. So I'm just gonna rotate it, push it back in. And I would say he needs another 15 minutes. Just set my timer, and there we go. All right, so timer went off. Time to check our strudels. Oh yeah. So you're gonna see the filling is starting to bubble and ooze. Definitely baked well. My favorite piece. So you can see the outside is golden here, but the inside is a little light. Don't let that worry you. It's just the tad, it's just because it's tucked inside. It's completely baked. You can actually touch it. It'll bounce back. If it kind of springs back, it's totally done. If it kind of sinks in, you want to just pop it in the oven for about 2 more minutes. We have a nice golden color all throughout. That will complete the baking process. All right, so we're gonna let this cool. Now that everything's golden and baked, we're gonna let it sit for about 5-6 minutes. All right, and then we'll put our icing on. Okay. All right, so this next step is optional, but I know some people like a shinier finish on their strudels. If you have any honey lying around at home, just put a little bit in a cup, add a little bit of water, like maybe a teaspoon to about a 1/4 cup of honey. Dip your pastry brush or your saran wrap in it and just glaze the top of the strudel. And that'll give you a nice glossy finish. All right, next, we're now gonna grab our small bag of vanilla dough. So this is just something to do a nice finish to our strudels, and it adds just a little kick of flavor. So what you wanna do is throw this in your microwave for about 30 seconds. All right. Out of the microwave, it should be very soft and just slightly warm to the touch. If it's super, super hot and you can't touch the bag, wait to cut it, all right? So now we're gonna go and drizzle our strudel. So for this piping bag, to make it a nice decorative tip, we're just gonna cut the very end off. You can kind of cut it at a slant. All right, get the air out. And now, gonna go up and down one way. Okay, and then up and down the other way. And there you go. So you have a nice foil cup. Just sprinkle them on. They will stick to the glaze that you put on. And this completes your strudel. Thank you for joining us here at Chrusciki Bakery for your strudel kit. If you have any questions regarding this kit, please contact us at our Chrusciki Bakery Lancaster location. If you're making your own strudel at home, tag us and show us your own pictures and tell us how you did. Thank you again.